Are you looking for a way to increase the sales of your company? Or how about your personal sales? My name is Tim Van Milligan. I am a rocket scientist by trade, but I am also a businessman, and I run my own company, and I sell products on the internet, probably just like you. But let me tell you a little secret about myself. I'm a little bit of an introvert, and I have a hard time making that one-to-one communication with customers. I don't find the sales process particularly easy, which is why, probably like you, I gravitated towards the internet sales where you don't have a lot of face-to-face time. But I do have to spend a lot of time with my customers on the phone. So what I needed was some kind of sales method that fit my personality. And what I discovered is that there is such a method. And I had to create it myself because nobody really creates products for introvert salespeople like me. And if it will work on me, just imagine what it would do for your website too, or your personal face-to-face sales. The sales process can be broken up into basically 4 parts, and you probably know all this. You have your preliminaries, which is your face-to-face getting rapport with your customer. Then you have the needs analysis phase, where you try to find out what the customer needs, and then you have to demonstrate your company's capabilities, and then finally you have to close your sale. Now, I can remember a time, and I can remember this specifically because it was for a big contract that I was bidding on, and I drove an hour and a half, and when I got there, I could tell in that preliminary phase that something was wrong. I was just not making that rapport with the client. But I continued through the sale, and I never was able to close that sale. And so since it was a big contract, I kept calling them, finding out what was going on, where were we in the sales process. And eventually they got to the point where they didn't even return my phone calls anymore. So I learned something from that. I learned that I needed to build trust. And basically the rapport phase is all about building trust. So you have that one-on-one personal connection with the customer. Now, trust, who do you trust? You trust people that know you and that you know. Kind of like your family. You trust your family because they know you. You share the same values. And that's really where trust comes, is sharing similar values. So how do you find values of your customer? And this is what I discovered, was that there is this thing called personality. And people of the similar personality share same values. They may not like the same things, like one person might like fishing and the other person might like football, but if they share the same values, then they're going to build trust together. Let me give you an example. I was sitting at a sales conference, and at night everybody goes out to dinner, and there was this woman sitting next to me, and I could tell what her personality was. And so because I knew her personality, I knew her values because I've been studying this. And I looked over to her, and I said, I bet you're the kind of person that really hates people that cut in line, like at a movie theater. You're standing in line at the popcorn line, and there's a guy in front of you, and he calls his buddy over, and his buddy cuts in front of you in line. And I bet you that drives you crazy. And she looked at me, and she was speechless. She goes, how do you know? Well, the reason I know is that because of this personality traits of customers. And I bet you, I'm gonna predict one of your values. I predict that one of your values is time. You hate wasting time. It's one of my values too, and that's why there's this bond of trust between you and I. Another one of your values is that you believe an honest day's work deserves an honest wage. That means if you don't put in 100% at work, you don't expect to receive 100% from your employer. Or if you don't give 100% to a customer, you're probably not going to get 100% back from that customer in business. And that's what I mean by values. Now, how do you find out these values? And that's in a new product that I'm offering, and it's called Personality Marketing Manual. Basically, I'll teach you the personality traits, what to look for, and then what they mean is in a person's values, and then how you can use that to sell to them, to get to this preliminary stage, get to the rapport really fast. I'm all about minimizing face-to-face time and maximizing my efficiency. Now, this sounds a lot like mind reading, and it's really not mind reading and all that mumbo jumbo. I don't believe in mind reading either, but personality traits just leak out of people, and psychologists have been studying this for 50 years. They've categorized all the personality traits and what that means to behavior, customer behavior. And this is a really old concept, and it's based on scientific fact. So I want you to learn this too, to help your own sales. But I don't expect you to believe me. I believe another one of your values is you're a skeptic. You want to be shown what is really true. And so I've created a free report that you can download from our website, customersecrets.com, where you can read all about the process of developing rapport so you can get to that conversion, up your conversion rate and increase your sales. Now, if this sounds interesting to you, just please go to the website. I'm not even going to ask for your email address. Again, that's another one of your values. You value your privacy. You don't want to give your email address away to people, especially people that you don't know and you don't trust yet. So when you go there, it's just going to be a link. Just download the free report. And if you like it, then I'll have another offer, and I'll have that in there for you to come get this product called Personality Marketing Manual. Again, come to the customersecrets.com website, and that's where you're going to find this free report. Go ahead and download it. I'm sure it's going to change your life.